מה רצית לשאול? אז שניהם נשארים.
בואו לפה, עודד.
We are searching for family roots, and actually we have got two addresses which we want to see, and one is Krakowian Street Zyblikiewicza 15. Fortunately, the street is just close to the hotel where the family lives at the moment, and it's enough that we walk there. We don't need even the car to get there easily, and we hope to find the house. Maybe we'll try to get in if the nowadays family let us. Now in the street Zyblikiewicza, and this is the street where Olga lived. We are now in search of the house, of the family house. So we'll go there. We are heading there. And so we are now at Zyblikiewicza number 15. That's the place where Olga lived. The house has got beautiful facade, probably needs the renovation, but it's like this house. Yes? So, but I don't know which floor Olga was living.
איזה קומה שמה?
לא יודע. אני יודע שאני הייתי גר בקומה שנייה, קומה 2, אבל לאולגה לא קראתי. הביתה? הביתה. אנחנו פה היינו פלפלפלפ.
איזה קומה היא הייתה? בין 2, מספר 2. אנחנו ניקח את הקומה שהכי סימפטית.
now I'm calling because now in the house there are apartments to rent. Dzień dobry, proszę pana, bo jestem tutaj z taką rodziną żydowską, jestem przewodnikiem po Krakowie i to jest dom, gdzie są apartamenty, gdzie ta rodzina mieszkała. Czy byłaby możliwość, żebyśmy weszli, zobaczyli, oni będą pewnie zainteresowani też, żeby może na przyszłość się tutaj wrócić do Krakowa i zarezerwować coś. Ja jestem do oficyny. 0019, tak? To ja w takim razie już sprawdzę, czy to wszystko dobrze. 00. Rozumiem. O, dobrze, już otworzyłam. Dziękuję bardzo, do widzenia. You know...
Poland have a lot of sportsmen. Yeah, a lot of success.
They were killed, but some survived. And they're asking, where is the house of my mom? Yeah? And now the house is lost in so many hands meantime. So people are...
And she was 10, I was
10.
Okay. So it's
not starting with
yes, but we had a couple of years separated.
I see. And then you've met? Fascination, okay?
I made the mistake.
No.
I was in the army in Holland,
Yeah.
and I got to this organization in Warsaw, and I made the mistake. I went to Warsaw.
Oh, I don't think so.
What
It was
mistake?
What mistake?
If you didn't
Hank has
make
got
the
sense
mistake,
of
you didn't
humor.
have Yair or Dave.
Such nice stars and no one.
Okay.
אז רגע, אתה צריך לקבל את זה חזרה במונדרון.
כן. כן. אל תבזבזו את הסרט. יש לנו עוד מה לראות.
בסדרה כזה,
So I will tell you that we are now in the ex-Platz Zgody. And in English, it is translated as Square of Agreement. The name was like this in the past, before ghetto was here, and when ghetto was here, became the center of executions. So in fact here, executions were held. And in fact, the ghetto was established in March 1941. What happened? All people who were considered to be Jewish, they were forced to move to ghetto. They were given 10 days in beginning of March to pack and to move to ghetto. In 18th century already, Poland lost independence. Yeah, it was divided like birthday cake almost among Russia, Prussia, and Austria. And Austrians, they took the southern east slice of Poland, so they were as well here in Krakow, and they opened their district called Podgórze in 19th century. And then this Podgórze, after we were liberated, became Polish district, let's say. And Polish Jewish, because there were Catholics, Jews living here. Already since 19th century, Krakow was quite mixed, because there was the time Jewish people were living only in the Jewish quarter, but in the beginning of 19th century, the Jewish district, the town called Kazimierz, where Jewish district was liquidated and became part of Krakow. And they had got exact information who was Jewish, who was non-Jewish. First they forced Jewish people to wear David stars, to mark their shops with David stars, and there was the propaganda of fear. You have to show that you are Jewish, because if you didn't, you could be killed, you could be sent to the labor camp. So people being afraid, they were showing that they were Jewish. Then it was easier to find out who is who. Do you remember in the movie Schindler's List and some documentaries, people were going to ghetto hoping that they will live normally. And they were carrying whatever had good value for them, starting from very simple items, ending on money, jewelry pieces. So some people were even carrying chairs and small furniture with them. Again, Schindler's List movie, Plaszówka. I'm sure you remember Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes was the actor who played Amon Get, commandant of the camp, and he was a cruel man. And I'm sure you remember there's such a scene. He wakes up in the morning, with a girlfriend, and he goes to the balcony of the house, and then from the house he's trying to shoot two people. That was the story from the Plaszów camp, and that was the place where Jewish people, healthy and young, were sent in 1943 when the camp was ready. And very soon, during several months, ghetto is closed from outside world. So in fact, there is no delivery of food here, almost no delivery of medicines, and people are slowly dying. There was the light in the darkness in this place, and it was the building. We will maybe move there. I will show you. There was a pharmacy there, and there was a Polish guy, Pankiewicz, who was allowed, who got the permission from Nazis to run this pharmacy even during the time of ghetto. Fortunately, Nazis didn't know what Pankiewicz was doing here. He was really running a lot of illegal activities, and we will get there maybe to show you the place.
Maybe I can give me 2 minutes.
It can be 5.
Place I remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I see the difference between then and now. That little house was once petrol station.
I see. Oh, very well.
The petrol station, and the place here was parking place.
I see.
Now that house, of course, was not existing, the modern one. The pharmacy was on the corner, as you said. And the yellow house was the house I was living. That's the place.
The big one?
The yellow one, the high one.
The high one?
Yeah.
I see.
And I remember here was a kind of, in the corner was kind of pub or something like this.
Cafeteria.
Cafeteria, but why I remember, because I was a young man, and that place was where you can find girls, how you call it, liberated.
Exactly. Oh.
So I remember that place. Not that I was a customer there, but I remember many people were here.
Coming there, yes.
Yes, but I remember that house.
So,
Okay.
Kalwaryjska, first it's like this, Limanowskiego, and then Limanowskiego turns into Kalwaryjska.
They Limanowskiego.
Exactly, Limanowskiego. So, do panu, do widzenia. It's a new building, this one. New building. Just next door is exactly. And now we must, maybe we will try to get in.
Let's go, you and me.
You are right.
And explain what's going on. Why
Exactly. You are right.
I will.
And yes, of course, and we have whole excursion. So, very well. So, you are right, that it's much... So now we are really like a continuation of our movie which was written by life, yes, and we are heading towards the flat where Chaim lived. Find out whether the flat looks the same, if someone lives there, maybe we will be allowed to get in. To mieszkanie, tak?
Close.
Maybe some.
I don't think anybody's here.
Probably no one lives here, or probably it's a flat, yes,
Yeah.
but unfortunately no one is home. We have got here the surname Harańczykowie. That's probably one of the families living here, but we don't know if it's now they live.
If in your plan
Yeah.
is visit to Wieliczka, we will come back to Krakow. Stop for a moment and see if somebody is living.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
There was a custom in that time that a group of singers
Yes.
were going from house to house,
Yeah.
and I was here on the balcony. They were singing, and people were throwing money.
Yes.
I have a custom to throw everything out. What I decide I don't need anymore.
Yeah.
But I know our family has a picture standing on this way.
I see.
I throw probably this away, but I remember this. I remember the music group. I remember the house.
You remember the stairs?
And
And the flat? Inside?
inside I
Remember?
we haven't been, I remember. I have the story, of course, but you are too young to hear it. The part of the time where we had what you call sublocator.
I know, like someone who was living in the flat with you.
In the wood.
Yeah.
So my sister and me were living in one room.
Yeah.
The parents were in another. The Zosia, the girl, was sleeping in the kitchen.
Yeah. I see.
And the third room
was
My
reserved.
parents rented to someone.
Yeah, I see. Actually, boy speaks very well, very good English, so
Yes, so no problem.
no problem. So you can.
This was very nice. Very nice.
Where we up to now?
And now, what is my suggestion? Because we can just like till 1:15, maximum 1:30, maximum, because then I must come back to my baby. You know, there's not the point that I have got a 10 weeks old daughter.
Go to the back and
There's a pharmacy which was here before the war, and it was run by Catholic. Tadeusz Pankiewicz was his name, and he was allowed to stay because Pankiewicz had got a lot of secret corners. Even the boxes after the medicines could serve as the shelter for the person who was trying to hide. And in such way he helped too many people survived ghetto. Many of them died or were killed, but as well some survived, and then after the war left Poland. They went all over the world. So Pankiewicz received hundreds of letters from people who were very grateful to him, and these people and these letters as well were witnesses of his heroic activity. He's now one of the righteous among nations of the world. Yad Vashem Institute gives this title. He's not, he's dead already, but he died many years after the war as the elder guy. Pankiewicz. He never moved from here, from the ex-ghetto area. And that's the place connected with him. That was pharmacy. Now it's a museum here. Now there is a museum. I don't know if you want to have a look. You can. If you don't, if you want only to see the building, it's all right as well.
Do you remember the pharmacy here?
Yeah, exactly. Another comeback, return to the movie Schindler's List. Do you remember there was the moment when Nazis came here like wild animals, and they were shooting to everyone. And once they wounded one of women from ghetto, and there is a guy wearing white uniform who was trying to help her. He's carrying her body, and then someone shoots her. There was Pankiewicz. That's how he was shot. Yes, but movie is black and white. Yes, but 2 times practically there is red color shot. There is a small girl escaping wearing red coat. There is a very interesting story as well behind it, and I will show you the street where the girl was escaping. Yes, and then she showed death already among the piles of corpses. Yes, in her red coat. Yeah. It's maybe what is missing there, according to us as well, according to visitors, maybe it's not so much about Oskar Schindler himself and about factory strictly inside the museum, but the building is original. And
עודד, לאט. לאט, סע לאט. אוקיי, סע.
so we are now in Jewish quarter. We have been in very sentimental places where Chaim lived, and now we get to the nearby place, to the Chaim's family house. It is so-called Krakowian Jewish quarter. Before centuries, this section of Krakow was separate town. Town was called Kazimierz, and the Jewish district called Oppidum Judaeorum. And we will be mainly in the places where Jewish people used to live and they used to pray, but as well we will get to the street called Bożego Ciała, Corpus Christi Street. And as far I know from my friends from the group, there was the shop, family shop there at Bożego Ciała's street. So far we are entering the street called Szeroka in Polish. In English it is translated as Broad Street.
On the left of the museum, you can see a wall. Now, I don't know if it's still existing, but there were many signs of bullets where the Jews were shot. What Anna told us about shooting group of them. Maybe because the wall is old, so the special sign of a bullet disappeared. But it was here, and when I was here 40 years ago, it was still clearly easy to see it.
To see from there.
Yes.
There are steps, exactly.
Yeah.
There are steps.
And I tried to go on the step,
Uh-huh.
and it was closed.
Uh-huh.
So I went over the.
I understand.
I remember I was younger.
He was thinking a lot. He could stood some hours even without the movement, like stork, on one leg. So people called him Popper. Yeah, and that was his synagogue. He was rich enough to have his own temple at the Broad Street. In Broad Street, the richest people lived, and they also employed here Italian artists who were restoring houses for them, doing new decoration, so on. And let me show you this corner of the street. Front is new, let's say from beginning of 20th century, but what is behind it is originally from 16th century, and as I've said, as many synagogues, it wasn't destroyed by Nazis. Generally, Krakow was lucky to survive the war, and it's a difference between Krakow and Warsaw. Warsaw was leveled down. Krakow survived almost intact during Nazi occupation. Yeah? Decorating coffee shop, and it is arranged as if it was the line of Jewish shops and workshops, so on. To show themselves, but probably none of them have seen even one Jewish person in their life. So that's like this. But among young people who love the history, there is a lot of fans of Jewish district, and they want to know, they want to come back here, they want to visit synagogues, they want to. There is a restaurant called Shara, after the name of one of the mistresses of Kazimierz the Great. Kazimierz Shara. Exactly.
Was mistress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here we have got as well Esther Street. There was another beloved girlfriend of Kazimierz the Great. We can see what I wanted to show you is one of the corners showed in the movie Schindler's List, and next door is Bożego Ciała Street. Yeah, so we can.
May I say about Bożego Ciała?
Of course.
I know the Olga's parents had a store in Bożego Ciała. I know where Bożego Ciała is, but if Anna is speaking about let's go, I will show you where the store was, where the shop was. I don't know.
And once he was just searching for people who were hiding, cooperating somehow with Nazis. But he found here his neighbor, a mother of his girlfriend, let's say. And he told to her, please hide here. He pushed her right there. And then when Nazis were coming, he said, no one here, I checked, go. And the officers went quickly, and they didn't notice the lady hiding under the staircase. So that's the moment in the movie, showed in the movie. So that's the place. Now it's very much as well, not only by Jaffa, but it's as well a very artistic place, Jaffa, because from Jaffa, Tel Aviv started, yeah? And it's... Oh, beautiful! Stary niedźwiedź mocno śpi, my się go boimy, na palcach chodzimy. Stary niedźwiedź mocno śpi. It's about old bear. Można sobie też wrócić pod Barbakan. Ja tutaj przyszłam ze względu na ten zamach, który był zorganizowany przez Żydów.
Cyganerię.
Tak, na cyganerię, bo tutaj właśnie była cyganeria.
Tak.
I cyganeria to był of St. Cross. And it is very artistic place because actors from the theater frequently go there for the masses. And once a year there is kind of strange mass organized there. Like people go with their lower brothers. What it means? That you can enter the church with your pets, with your animals.
They're blessed.
Very nice. I have got one more formal question. I'm sorry. How about this parking? Should I call the lady that because she's keeping the place for you?
And we thank you a lot.
My card.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much.
You want come to
Please,
visit?
Thank you very much.
just have to buy
I don't have my card with me, but Doran has got my number.
I can give you my number. And your email.
Thank you very much.
She
I'll
wants
check.
she keeps the place for us in the park.
If we say nothing, she keeps the place, right? If we
Yes.
want to cancel it, that's why we have to call her,
I
no?
mean, yeah, if you don't mind, because I gave you, I guess, the card.
Yes.
So if you don't mind calling them, if you
no
want to
problem,
cancel
no
as
problem.
well. Yeah,
Okay.
because they are keeping so
I'm sure,
long.
I'm sure
Exactly.
we use the place.
Okay, so
I
very
think
well.
it's good to have the place.
Okay.
During the night.
Odlo,
That's
once again, Anya, we want to thank you very much, especially that you stopped the rain while you was touring. It was very, very kind of you. And
תוסיף המלכי. והוסיף לנו שאני, היה נדמה לי, לא הייתי בטוח שהייתי במקרה טוב כמה שנים, היה נדמה לי עוד שאני רואה את זה, אבל אני לא...
הנה, ענקה חוזרת עם התשובות.
זה עבר שני כיבושים, גם גרמנים וגם רוסים, וזה מלכי פולני שנשבע שפולניה תמיד יהיה independent. זה למשל